Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Brother Coasty at IALOG.com. And are you a spiritual truth seeker or an entrepreneur who's trying to discover their philosophy, their path for life? Are you having issues feeling stuck, feeling confused, or maybe just not knowing where you need to go next? If so, I want you to just stay tuned in. And if you're not, you can go ahead and exit this page. Understand it's all good. This message is not for you. We have to understand something, everybody. That feeling stuck, feeling confused, feeling lost, it's a natural part of life. It's natural, it happens. But what is not natural is feeling lost, stuck, confused for a prolonged period of time. So if you've been feeling like you're at the stage you're at right now for quite some time, or you're getting that antsy feeling where you need to get up, you need to move, you need to be doing something different. Well, what that typically is an indication of is that somewhere in your body, somewhere in your mind, things are not aligned, right? It looks more like a Z, like a bent type of deal. I don't know how to do it with my hands. It's all right though, but the energy is not flowing straight up, and that's what's causing you to feel stuck and restless, right? Because you're either not in the right area, you're not in the right mind space, or you're doing something that goes against your values. And oftentimes, this results in dissatisfaction, unfulfilled life, things like that. But why do we get here in the first place, right? So I want to dive into that area. Why do we even get to this stage? And it's often because we have what's called limiting beliefs. You have things that are going on in your mind that are running in the background. These are unconscious, typically things, and they result in how you're feeling right now. But where do they come from, right? Well, they typically come from your childhood, things that your parents have told you, things that your friends have told you, things that your teachers have told you. And the truth is, and this is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, it's really not just because they told you, it's because you accepted them. You accepted them as truth. The truth is, you are the creator of your reality. The truth is that you can change who you are, what you want to do, and where you're headed. All it takes is decision. All it takes is an understanding of who and what you are. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you were called to do? And do you have an inkling on how to find that out? Do you tend to ignore your gut feelings? Do you tend to not trust yourself? Do you find that you self sabotage? Do you find that you tend to recluse or you cut things off? Or are you the opposite side of that where you're hyper in terms of always needing to be in the mix, always having to be the center of attention, always being about yourself and making yourself the center of attention? Well, let me tell you this, fam. Typically, when we're not in alignment, it is because of what I've told you earlier, and this results in you feeling like you either go to extremes. You're on one extreme of the spectrum. One side of the spectrum is you are hyper, you want to be in the middle, and typically this is because you're compensating. This is because you're compensating. You're compensating for some feelings of feeling inferior, unworthy, or if you stay at the center of attention, nobody will actually be able to figure out that you're actually not happy or you're actually unfulfilled. And the other side of it is the people that recluse from people or the people that don't speak up. You tend to lack assertiveness. You're not heard. And you say that you like it, you like being in the background, but is it that you like being in the background or you don't like being vulnerable? These are important questions, family, that have to be asked and they have to be addressed if you really want to move to the next stage of your life. So for just a few minutes, for a few minutes, I want you to ask yourself, what would life look like without these limiting beliefs? What does life look like for me when I'm successful? What brings me happiness? What brings me joy? What sparks something within me? I want you to just take like about 30 seconds. I want you to just go through that in your mind. Okay. I'm gonna be quiet for 5 seconds or pause the video. All right, cool. So I hope you got some kind of image or some kind of picture of what life looks like for you. when you're successful. And I also want you to ask yourself, where are you at now in terms of that? What is this bridge that's missing? Is it a support system? It might just be. Is it getting rid of limiting beliefs? Have you addressed some of the trauma that you've gone through? Do you know how to unpack that? Is it identifying your own values? Right? What is most important to you? And when you don't know what's most important to you, it leads you to keep jumping around from, I say, house to house or job to job or relationship to relationship or group to group. It's because you don't know what causes you to stay. You don't know what to really sink your roots into. Okay. So I want you, those are the three things that are really holding you back. What would happen if you had an opportunity to get all three of those things? Support, so that you have people to rely on. You have a place where you can be safe. You have a place where you can express yourself, a way to unpack your limiting beliefs and rewire those so that you can really understand your values. Because honestly, everybody, those are the three biggest things for anybody. Support, the rewiring of the mind to understand the values, and getting rid of limiting beliefs. Because it's rule number one of universal law, and it is all is mind. What you think is what your reality presents itself to be. So, family, I just got a simple question for you. If you could get support, if you could get rid of those limiting beliefs, if you could restructure them and get rid of those and free that energy up to identify your values, and you can get all this in a package so that you can live a more fulfilled life, I want you to go ahead and click the button below, and I want you to schedule a consultation call with me. I want you to schedule it. And I'm going to let you know. I like to work with a select few people. I don't take everybody. Why? Because I like to give my undivided attention. I like to give maximum value. And I like to really be able to take my time and work with these people and understand these people. Right? So there is an application. There's going to be a few questions. And if you're selected to go forward, because I do this by myself, I'm going to give you a call and I'm going to ask you a few questions and see if you're a good fit for the program. And I also want you to tell me if I'm a good fit for you. This is a partnership that we're going to enter into. And look, you're not going to change overnight. I'm going to tell you that right now. So if you're somebody here that stayed along and you watched this video and you're looking for a quick fix, you're looking for a tablet you can pop in your mouth, this is not it for me. Go ahead and click out. But if you're somebody who's committed, if you're somebody who's dedicated, if you're somebody who's ready to show up, and I'm assuming that if you're still watching this, you are one of those people. You even wanted something to help you get unstuck. So you're dedicated to your process. You're dedicated to your growth. But, oftentimes, one of the things that's missing is a guide. One of the things that's missing is a teacher, somebody who's been there before. And trust me, I've been there. And if you're looking for some help, if you're looking for that assistance in getting unstuck, getting mental clarity, and just living a more fulfilled life, I want you to schedule a consultation call. It'll take you to the next page. I want you to answer those questions as honestly as possible. We'll hop on a call if I feel like you're a good fit, and we can move forward from there, okay? With that being said, everybody, I really hope you enjoyed this chat. I hope you enjoyed this talk. Make sure you check your email. You need to check your email so that you can get that book. You can get the guide, okay? With that being said, everybody, my name is Brother 𝐁𝐫𝐶 at IALLG.com. We're always building bridges within to explore the world without. With that, peace.